Good morning, all of you. I am Mahendra Seni, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacy, Suresh Gyan Vihar University. Today I will discuss about the subject of pathophysiology and topic is nervous system regarding diseases, Parkinson's disease. First of all, today I will discuss about the learning objectives of Parkinson's disease. Learning objective of Parkinson's disease. Based on the content in this chapter, the reader should be able to like definition of Parkinson's disease, classification of Parkinson's disease, etiology of Parkinson's disease, and pathophysiology of Parkinson's disease, clinical manifestations of Parkinson's disease, diagnostic test of Parkinson's disease, management of Parkinson's disease. These are the learning objectives of Parkinson's disease. Next one, learning outcomes. Learning outcomes of Parkinson's disease. By the end of the lecture, the student should be able to understand like definition of Parkinson's disease, classification of Parkinson's disease, etiology of Parkinson's disease, pathophysiology of Parkinson's disease, clinical manifestations of Parkinson's disease, diagnostic test of Parkinson's disease, management of Parkinson's disease. These are the learning outcomes of Parkinson's disease. Next one, definition of Parkinson's disease. Definition of Parkinson's disease. It is a chronic degenerative disorder. It is a chronic degenerative disorders. Parkinson's is a chronic degenerative disorder that primarily affect the neurons of the basal ganglia. Primarily affect the neurons of the basal ganglia. Chronic degenerative disorder. Chronic means persisting for a long time or constantly recruiting, and degenerative disorder. Degenerative means a disease in which a functions or structure of the affected tissues or organs change for the worse over time, also known as degenerative. And this is the in which Parkinson's disease affect the neurons of the basal ganglia. Parkinson's disease is a chronic progressive neurological disease. Parkinson's disease is a chronic progressive neurological disease that is associated with loss of dopaminergic neurons in the substantia nigra paracompacta of the brain, in which Parkinson's disease cause the progressive neurological disease is a progressive chronic progressive neurological disease that is associated with dopaminergic neurons, in which disbalance the dopaminergic neurons in the part of brain. And Parkinson's disease, pars compacta. Pars compacta is a portion of the substantia nigra located in the brain. It is formed by the dopaminergic neurons. Dopaminergic neurons are formed by the pars compacta in the brain. Parkinson's disease is a type of movement disorder. Parkinson's is a type of movement disorder. Parkinson is a type of movement disorders. It's happen when nerve cell in the brain do not produce dopamine, in which brain nerve cells are not produce the dopamine and cause the Parkinson's disease. And this is the type of movement disorder. Movement disorder. Movement disorder means physical coordinations, trouble walking, episodes of uncontrolled movements such as during a seizures, muscle weakness, quenching, or muscle spasm. These are the movement disorders. And oxidative stress is thought to play an important role in dopaminergic neurotoxicity. Oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is thought to play an important role in dopaminergic neurotoxicity. In which dopaminergic neurotoxicity, most important role play by the oxidative stress. Oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is an imbalance of free radicals. Oxidative stress is an imbalance of free radical and antioxidants and body, which can lead to cell and tissue damage. And next one is neurotoxicity. Neurotoxicity means is a form of toxicity. Neurotoxicity is a form of toxicity in which a biological, chemical, physical agents produce an adverse effect on structure or functions of the central and peripheral nervous systems. Next one, dopamine is a dopamine is a chemical messengers. Dopamine is a chemical messengers that transmit signals between two regions of the brain. Dopamine work as a chemical messengers and transmit signals between the two regions of the brain. And it is it is a syndrome. Dopamine is a syndrome that consists of slowing down in the initiation and actuation of movements. Bradykinesia. Bradykinesia. Syndromes. Syndromes, a group of symptoms also known as syndrome, a set of associated symptoms also known as syndrome. And increased muscle tone means rigidity, and initiation accession of movements means bradykinesia, and tremors and postural reflex impaired postural reflex. Bradykinesia. Bradykinesia. Bradykinesia is a impairment of voluntary motor. Bradykinesia is a impairment of voluntary motor control and slow movement of freezing. It is most commonly a symptoms of Parkinson's disease. Bradykinesia is a most common symptoms of Parkinson's disease or a side effect of certain medications or side effects of certain medications. And postural postural reflex. Posture reflects the body uprights and aligned. And next one, classification. Classification of Parkinson's disease. Classification of Parkinson's disease. First one type of Parkinson's disease is basically four types of Parkinson's disease. First one type is Parkinson's disease is post-encephalitic Parkinsonism. Post-encephalitic Parkinsonism, which occurred after the large epidemic of encephalitis in 1990, which occurs after the large epidemic of encephalitis in 1990. And what is post-encephaloptic Parkinsonism? Post-encephaloptic Parkinsonism is a disease believed to be caused by a viral illness that trigger degeneration of the nerve cells in the substantia nigra. And next one type of Parkinson disease is drug-induced Parkinsonism. First one is post-encephaloptic leptic Parkinsonism, and second one is drug-induced Parkinsonism, in which drug-induced Parkinsonism occurring drug-induced Parkinsonism occurring after long-term use of phenothiazines. Phenothiazines are the drugs cause the drug-induced Parkinsonism occurring after long-term use of phenothiazines. Phenothiazines use of long time cause the Parkinsonism. Next one, toxin-induced toxin-induced Parkinsonism, sometimes resulting from carbon monoxides, mercury, and manganese exposures. These are the work as a toxic agents and cause Parkinsonism like carbon monoxides, mercuries, and manganese exposures. Next one, exposure to agricultural herbicides and pesticides. Exposure to agricultural herbicides and pesticides are cause the Parkinsonism. Trauma, trauma and injury to the midbrain. Trauma or injury to the brain, midbrain cause the Parkinsonism disease. Next one, etiology. Etiology of Parkinsonism. First one, hereditary, 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 and antipsychotic drugs or neuroleptic agents. Antipsychotic drugs and neuroleptic agents. Hereditary means genetic, and antipsychotic drugs and neuroleptic agents. Encephalitis infection in response to brain trauma, tumors, hydrocephalus, or ischemia. Encephalitis means encephalitis means inflammation of the brain, in which encephalitis inflammation of the brain often due to the infections may be viral and bacterial. Viral and bacterial infections cause the encephalitis and cause the infection in which inflammation of the brain. And next one is arteriosclerosis. Arteriosclerosis. Next one, neurotoxins such as cyanide, manganese, and carbon monoxides. Neurotoxins, cyanide, manganese, and carbon monoxides act as a neurotoxins. And drug like reserpine, drug like reserpine hydropress, drug like reserpine hydropress, methyl dopa, aldomate, haloperidol, haldol, and phenothiazines are thorazines. These are the brand name of drugs like hydropress, aldomate, haldol, and thorazines. These are the brand name of the drugs like reserpine brand name is hydropress, methyl dopa brand name is aldomate, and haloperidol brand name is haldol, and phenothiazine drug brand name is thorazine. This is the etiology of Parkinson's disease. Next one is pathophysiology. Pathophysiology of Parkinson's disease. Pathophysiology of Parkinson's disease. Antipsychotic drugs. Antipsychotic drugs. Antipsychotic drugs are act against the psychosis and treat the disease of psychosis. Antipsychotic drugs, encephalitis, and other causes. Antipsychotic drugs cause the encephalitis. Encephalitis is a inflammation of the brain, often due to the infections, may be viral and bacterial. After then, cause of encephalitis affect the substantia nigra, affect the viral and bacterial infections, affect the substantia nigra, and then destructions of dopamine producing neurons within the basal ganglia. After affect the substantia nigra, cause the destruction of dopamine producing neurons within the basal ganglia. Within the basal ganglia. After then, destructions of dopaminergic neurons cause the reduce the amount. After then, reduce the amount of available structural dopamine. Reduce the amount of available structural dopamine. Dopamine is a inhibitory neurotransmitter. and show the inhibitory effect. Next one, there is increase in acetylcholine. There is increase in acetylcholine. Acetylcholine act as a excitatory effect, and it is a excitatory neurotransmitter. And after increase the acetylcholine, excitatory activities of acetylcholine is inadequately balanced. Excitatory activity of acetylcholine is inadequate balanced, and then difficulty in controlling and initiating voluntary movements. After increase in acetylcholine and decreased dopamine cause the difficulty in controlling and initiating voluntary movements of muscles. Next one, in which this figure, the normal state. Normal state means dopamine and acetylcholine level is balanced, and hyperkinetic state. Hyperkinetic state, in which hyperkinetic state dopamine is less, lower level is low and acetylcholine level is high. In which hyperkinetic state dopamine level is low and acetylcholine level is high, cause the movement disorders. In which hyperkinetic state movement disorders caused by the low level of dopamine and high level of acetylcholine. And next one is hypokinetic state, in which hypokinetic state dopamine level is high and acetylcholine level is less, is the hypokinetic state, and cause the Parkinson disease, in which Parkinson's disease dopamine level is high and acetylcholine level is low. Clinical manifestations. Clinical manifestations of Parkinson's disease. Clinical manifestations of Parkinson's disease in the beginning stage. In the beginning stage, like mild tremors, slight limbs, decreased arm swings. These are the clinical manifestations during the beginning stage, and after later shuffling, propulsive gait, and arm flex, and loss of postural reflex, and loss of postural reflex. Side limbs. Side limbs means a way of walking. A way of walking slowly and with in difficulty. And later shuffling, propulsive gaits with arm flex, loss of postural reflex, and slight change in speech pattern. And slight change in speech pattern. These are the clinical manifestations of the Parkinson's disease. Classic clinical manifestations. Classic clinical manifestations. First one is First one clinical manifestation is tremors, in which tremors first sign affect and writing, in which tremors firstly affect the handwriting, in which Parkinson's disease. Tremors cause the effect of handwriting, and non-intentional non-intentional present at rest but visually not during sleep. Tremors are present at rest but usually not during sleep. And movement of thumb, movement of thumb across the palm gives in pill rolling movements. Pill rolling movements, pill rolling movements means like this, pill rolling movements. And tremors also seen in limbs. Tremors also seen in limbs, jaw, lips, lower facial muscles, and heads. These are the clinical manifestations of tremors. Next one is rigidity. Rigidity is stiff or inflexible muscles is one of the main motor symptoms of Parkinsonism, in which rigidity, increased resistance to passive motion, increased resistance to passive motion when the limbs are moved through their range of motion, and muscles feel stiff and required increased efforts to move, and discomfort of pain may be perceived in muscles when rigidity is severe, and cogwell. Cogwell rigidity refers to ratchets like rhythmic contraction of the muscles that occurs when the limbs are passively stretched. In cogwell movements, cogwell rigidity means muscular rigidity in which passive movements of the limbs and during the physical actions. These are the cogwell movements. Next one, bradykinesia, in which bradykinesia, also known as akinesia, and slowness of active movements, in which bradykinesia, slowness of active movements, and difficulty in initiating movements, difficulty in initiating movements, often the most disabling symptoms, often the most disabling symptoms like interferes with ADK, and ADK, adenosine kinase, and predispose patients to complications related to constipation, circulatory status, skin breakdown, and related complications of immobility. Immobility means the state of not moving and motionless. Immobility means motionless and not moving, also known as immobility. Next one is postural instability. Postural instability, in which postural instability, change in gait, change in gait, change in gait means abnormal gait or a walking abnormality in when person is unable to walk in the usual way, also known as change in gait, tendency to walk forward on the twice and a small swinging in steps, and once initiated movements may be accelerated almost the throat, and fascinations may occur which propel the patients either forward and backward propulsive until falling in irreversible. This is the postural instability. Next one, change in balance. Change in balance, like stopped, our posture with erect. Stop, stopped over posture when erect. Erect means rigidity, upright and straight right. Erect means rigidity, upright and straight. Arms are semi-flexible and do not swing with walking. Arms are semi-flexible and do not swing with walking in change in balance, and difficulty in maintaining balance, in which difficulty in maintaining balance and sitting erect, cannot write or press self to prevent falling when balance is lost. Next one is secondary manifestations. Secondary manifestations. First one is facial appearance and second one is speech problems. First one is facial appearance and second one is speech problems. First one, facial appearance, in which facial appearance expressionless, do not show expressions means expressionless, and eyes store straight ahead, and blinking is much less frequent than normal. The blinking of eyes much less compared to normal in facial appearance. And second one is a speech problem. Second one is a speech problem, in which speech problem, low volume and slurred and muffled and monotone and difficulty with starting a speech and word finding. These are the secondary manifestations of Parkinson's disease. And third one manifestation is visual problems. Third one is visual problems. Visual problems, in which visual problems, blurred vision, impaired upward gaze. Blurred vision is related to the eye, in which vision is blurred, and impaired upward gaze. Impaired upward gaze, blepharospasm, involuntary prolonged closing of the eyelids, also known as blepharospasm. Next one, fine motor functions. Fine motor functions. Microphasia, in which microphasia, handwriting progressively decrease in size. In which microphasia cause the handwriting progressively decrease in size. Decrease manual dexterity. Decrease manual dexterity, clumsiness, and decreased coordinations, and decreased capacity to complete ADL. Decreased capacity of complete ADL and freezing, sudden involuntary inability to initiate movements can occur during movement or inactivity. These are the clinical manifestations. Next one, autonomic disturbance. Next one is autonomic disturbance. First one is constipation, in which constipation, hypomotility, and prolonged gastric empty, in which constipation slow the motility rate and prolonged gastric empty, and urinary frequency or hesitancy, urinary frequency or hesitancy, orthostatic hypotensions, orthostatic hypotensions like dizziness, panting, and synop and dysphagia. 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 In which dysphagia? Neuromuscular in coordinations. Neuromuscular in coordinations. Drawlings, in which drawlings results from decreased swallowing, oily scans, excessive perspirations. These are the autonomic disturbance during the Parkinson's disease. Next one is cognitive and behavioral. Cognitive and behavioral, in which cognitive and behavioral impairments like depressions, slowed responsiveness, memory deficits, and visual speech deficits, dementia. Dementia means loss of sleepiness, also known as dementia. Dementia means loss of memory. Sorry, dementia means loss of memory, and insomnia means loss of sleepiness. Diagnostic test of Parkinson's disease. Diagnostic test of Parkinson's disease. No specific test exists to diagnosis Parkinson's disease, in which Parkinson's disease, no specific test exists to diagnosis. Your doctor trained in nervous system conditions. Your doctor trained in nervous system conditions, also known as neurologist, will diagnose Parkinson's disease based on your medical history. A neurologist diagnoses your Parkinson's disease based on your medical history, a review of your sign and symptoms, and a neurological and physical examinations. Your doctor may suggest your doctor may suggest a specific single photon. Your doctor may suggest a specific single photon emission computed tomography, SPECT. SPECT means specific single photon emission computed tomography scan called of dopamine transporter scan. SPECT means also known as dopamine transporter scan. DAT scan means dopamine transporter scan. Your doctor may order lab tests. Your doctor may order lab tests such as blood test. And next one is imaging test. Imaging tests is such as MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, and ultrasound of the brain, and PET, positron emission tomography scans, and also may be used to help rule out other disorders. Imaging tests aren't particularly helpful for diagnosing Parkinson's disease. Imaging tests aren't particularly helpful for diagnosis Parkinson's disease. Sometimes it takes time to diagnose Parkinson's disease, and doctor may recommend regular follow-up appointments with neurologists trained in movement disorders to evaluate your conditions and symptoms over time. A diagnosis Parkinson's disease and neurologist diagnoses the uh, Parkinson's disease patients. Next one is pharmacological management. Pharmacological managements, anticholinergic drugs. Anticholinergic drugs like benztropine. Next one is antihistamines like diphenylhydramine, used in the treatment of anti-Parkinson's, used in the treatment of Parkinson's disease, and benztropine used in the treatment of Parkinson's disease as a anticholinergic drugs, and diphenhydramine used as a antihistaminic drug in the treatment of Parkinson's disease. Dopamine precursors. Dopamine precursors. Dopamine precursors like phenylalanine, tyrosine, and L-dopamine, levodopa. These are the dopamine precursors are used in the treatment of Parkinson's disease as a dopamine precursors, and dopamine agonists. Dopamine agonists like bromocriptines, apomorphines. These are the example of dopamine agonists and treat the disease of Parkinson's as a dopamine agonists. MAO-B inhibitors. MAO-B inhibitors means monoamino oxidase B inhibitors like seleziline, rasaziline. These drugs are used in the treatment of Parkinson's disease as a monoamino oxidase inhibitors. And next one is COMT inhibitors. COMT inhibitors means catechol or methyl transferase. Catechol or methyl transferase inhibitors like entacapone, telcapone. These drugs are used in the treatment of Parkinson's and as a COMT inhibitors, catechol or methyl transferase. Next one is dopa decarboxylase inhibitors. Dopa decarboxylase inhibitors like benzerazides. Benzerazide drugs are used in the treatment of Parkinsonism as a dopa decarboxylase inhibitors. Next one is surgical treatments. Next one is surgical treatments like thalectomy, thalamotomy, thalamotomy, palidotomy, fetal tissue transplantations. No cases required in complete reversible of Parkinsonism symptoms and transplantation of transplantation of genetically engineering cell lines or vector mediated gene transfections. These are the surgical treatment of Parkinson's disease. Next one is references. First one is Clinical Pharmacy, 10th editions, 2010 by P.N. Bennett. Second one reference is Clinical Pharmacy and Therapeutics, 5th September 2001 by Roger Walker, Kate Vigencia. And third one reference is Pharmacotherapy, a pathophysiology approaches, Cipro 7th editions. And fourth one reference is Essential of Medical Pharmacology, KDT Tripathi, 5th editions. And Basic and Clinical Pharmacology, Bertrand G. Gagens, and 11th editions. And sixth one reference is Regendale Pharmacology, 6th editions. And next one reference is Pharmacology and Pharmacoceutics, R.S. Shotakar, 20 editions. These are the references for the topic of Parkinson's disease. Next one is multiple choice questions. Next one is multiple choice questions, MCQs, multiple choice questions. First one question, Parkinson's disease is marked by a lack of which chemical in the brain? Parkinson's disease is marked by a lack of which chemical? Parkinson's disease is marked by a lack of which chemical in the brain? Option A is serotonin. Option B is GABA. Option C is dopamine. Option D is norepinephrine. Option D is norepinephrine. The right answer is C, dopamine. Dopamine is a right answer. Next one question. What is the average age when Parkinson's disease first appear? What is the average age when Parkinson's disease first appear? Option A is 25. Option B is 50. Option C is 60. Option D is 75. The right answer is 60. 60 is the average age when Parkinson's disease first appear. What is often the first symptoms of what is the first symptoms of the of Parkinson's disease? Option A is headache. Option B is nausea. Option C is sacking of hand or foot. Option D, turning of the head. The right answer is C, sacking of hand and foot. Next one question. How is Parkinson disease diagnosed? How is Parkinson disease diagnosed? Option A is with a blood test. Option B is with a neurological exam. Option C with a X-ray. Option D is all of the above. The right answer is B. The right answer is B, with a neurological exam. Next one. How is Parkinson's disease treated? How is Parkinson's disease treated? Option A is medicine. Option B is surgery. Option C is radiation. Option D is A and B. The right answer is D. Uh, A and B. Medicine and surgery is Parkinson disease. By the medicine and surgery treat the Parkinson's disease. Next one question. What does the body nervous system control? What does the body's nervous system control? Option A is the five senses. Option B is the body weight. Option C is the body temperature. And option D is the all of the above. The right answer is A. The five senses is the nervous system control. Next one. What causes Parkinson's disease? What causes Parkinson's disease? Option A is a severe blood infection. Option B is loss of brain chemical dopamine. Option C is stroke. And option D is depression. The right answer is B. The right answer is B. Loss of the brain chemical dopamine causes the Parkinson's disease. Next one question. There are stages. How many stages of Parkinson's disease? Option A is 2, option B is 4, option C is 5, and option D is 7. The right answer is C. 5 stages of Parkinson's disease. Next one. What are Lewy bodies? What are Lewy bodies? Option A is protein deposits found in the brain. Option B is pockets of air found in the brain. Option C, microscopic crystalline matter found in the brain. Option D is a buildup of salt found in the brain. The right answer is A. Protein deposits found in the brain are Lewy bodies. Next one question. Parkinson's disease can be prevented. Parkinson's disease can be prevented. Option A is true. Option B is false. The right answer is B. False. Parkinson's disease can't be prevented. These are the multiple choice questions according to Parkinson's disease. Thank you. Thank you all of you for a wonderful session. Thanks again.